Alright. Back with more murdering of Sonic, and we are in the library now.
Sonic the Hedgehog has been murdered, apparently for real, when it wasn't supposed to be for real.
All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need.
No, you never discard evidence. Everything will be important at the end, in the final trial. Trust me.
Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop.
What do we... Okay. I guess those were things that were only relevant to that particular individual mystery, so...
We solved the mystery of the broken arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful.
Already? Before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents.
My presents? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are.
Have you found any leads yet?
Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl?
Yeah, she knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday.
This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick.
But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked.
Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key.
Of course, it's a birthday privilege.
I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough.
Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say.
I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer.
And I'm, here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved. I'd kill for a chicken parmesan right now.
Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now?
I'm Vector the Butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat.
And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose.
Nerd!
Can I hear some? Sure, Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la, dee 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 dee. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks.
At least he's rhyming, I suppose.
Enter Name and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car?
Oh, sure. It's simple. We explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay.
I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car.
Yep.
Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the salon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure stand over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door.
Okay.
Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something.
After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car. Then entered the library car and locked the door behind him.
More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors?
Because it's his character.
It's his job.
Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed.
When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car.
So... Okay.
That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right.
We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened.
With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car.
Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around and we'll return with any questions.
If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you.
And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys.
I just noticed the Chow poster.
Yeah, that was like the first thing I saw when we got here. I just was looking at it like, we'll get there. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues.
That picture is like off-center.
It's crooked! What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true.
We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails.
Absolutely. I'm so upset you can't click on the frame. I'm so upset. I really was hoping you could, like, fix it.
Or, like, there would be something behind... What is...
What?
Oh my god, it's one of the OCs from Sonic Forces.
Oh, on the crooked frame?
On the crooked poster, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Sonic Forces character. It has, like, the hat and everything.
Yeah, and the freaky eyes. Like, I was looking at it's like, is that a character or is that... But oh, I was like, oh my god. Anyway, let's see this Chow poster.
A Chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there."
Wow, I really needed to see this.
I love this, like, particular artwork of Tails. He genuinely looks like
He's, like, seen some shit.
Yeah, like, he's been traumatized by something. Like, good acting, Tails. Like, you don't even know that Sonic is legitimately dead, so...
This little Chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly safely because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this Chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too.
Okay. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster, right? And brochures.
Ooh, brochures!
Rose was looking at the brochures. What did she find?
There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Enter name. Look at this. There's a couple maps here.
Yeah. It seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here.
I love a good overhead map. Let's take it.
They always come in handy in murder mystery games. Library map is added to the inventory.
Should we take a brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites.
Nah, leave it.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves.
Yeah. Caves are alright. And I mean, there's been quite a few of them in Sonic games, but yeah. They tend to have good music in their levels.
Chaos Cola.
Yeah.
Or is it Chow's Cola?
It could be either one. I think it's probably Chaos, though. Check out our book club. Book of the month, Gone Gal. Okay.
What is Gone Gal? I need to know the lore. What is the lore of Gone Gal?
There are books on the floor.
So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up.
I sadly have no interest in picking up these books.
A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books.
Yeah.
The spines are creasing. They're opened too far.
This kid feels empathy for everything.
God, mood. The all-important trash can.
Yep. This one actually looks like it's empty, so there's probably something in it.
Let's check there.
I hate to say it,
Damn it!
but there's nothing here.
I really thought there'd be something there.
Enter name, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin?
Yes!
I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find.
You really think so?
Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic.
Yeah, okay, these trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it.
Enter name, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that.
I'm just gonna keep humoring you, because you're kind of weird.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
I swear, like, there was like one item in one trash can on the SSN way back in the day, and ever since then you have to check every trash can in every video game.
Yep. That's just how it goes.
Mega Man Legends had stuff in the trash.
Yep. A lot of games do. Usually murder mysteries, because, you know, someone's trying to get rid of evidence, but...
Yeah, there's like a crumpled whatever in there.
Or
a torn piece of something.
Or a note that says, I am the murderer, this is how I did it, this is where you can find me.
Man, that'd be convenient.
That's gonna be in, like, some trash can that's, like, hidden off somewhere that you find it. It's like, ha, I knew it! Why is this random book here?
What's this bright red book?
Oh, yuck. This reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman.
Because it's red? Knuckles is red.
Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book.
Huh.
What kind of recipes?
Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here.
Maybe people just appreciate an omelet.
You may not be wrong. Not that kind of Eggman.
Foreshadowing? What is it?
Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah, don't interfere with the machine doing its thing. Just in general. Like, even if it's not a robot. Just, you know, moving parts are dangerous. Don't screw with them.
Let's take a pause and sit for a second.
These chairs are very comfy, so plush. Puts me right in the mood to read.
Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit.
Enter name, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember?
If I had a ring for every time a murder happened, every time a murder ruined my nap time.
Does this happen often?
I mean, it is his first day on the job. So...
But he's specifically, like, I mean, just because it's his first day on job doesn't mean he hasn't had other nap times.
That have been ruined by murders, yeah.
Yeah.
There was...
The Globe. Wait, I haven't looked at it.
Oh, I was on it and I didn't actually look at it.
A globe of our marvelous planet.
Which planet is that, Tails?
I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries.
Whew. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either.
Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia if you've ever been there.
I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle.
I think that's reference to Sonic Unleashed. I think Sonic Unleashed was the one where they...
Yeah, that sounds right.
Like, the planet got blown up and, like, you had to put it back together with the Chaos Emeralds or something.
Unleashed was weird.
It was weird.
He was a werehog, which is a term that doesn't make sense. We're not gonna concern ourselves with that. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich.
I'll keep that in mind, thanks. I'll never be able to travel with what I'm paid, but it's nice to fantasize sometimes. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they?
Doorway in the back.
guess that's the last one.
Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out.
There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it?
Yeah, I do believe we should.
Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. Okay, so...
Scrolly arrow?
Oh, there is one. I didn't even see it there.
The hidden bookshelf.
From what I can see, that portrait looks familiar.
I think that's the aforementioned Pickle.
Yeah. I think he was in...
It's the doctor guy.
He was in Sonic Unleashed.
Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest.
Alright, let's move on then.
Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt.
He's scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop. Or in this case, a genius in a train library.
That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order but this one.
The Mirage Express Manual.
It's the user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on.
You think someone found it on the ground and put it back?
Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this.
Mirage Express Manual is added to your inventory.
I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio and find out what really happened.
I mean, I don't think anything we found really contradicts what they're saying.
Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train.
You actually tried to bring a knife on the train?
I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife?
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought.
Can I take your order?
Oh yes, please, I'm starved.
Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important.
Why would you show the menu to me?
Come on, Intername, why would you tease him like that?
And here I thought I could trust you. You've made a fool of me.
Look, Intername, you made him a fool.
Come on, Intername, smooth this one over. No, I'm the fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost?
No, I'm the fool. Yeah. Everyone just immediately agrees.
I guess can I take your order is like showing everybody the menu, huh? Interesting.
So, the two of you don't believe us, eh?
It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Intername and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car.
Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What?
I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Victor enjoys being social.
Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. It seems to line up with the information we gathered from Knuckles.
And that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car?
Of course he was! Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen.
It must have been a good read. What was the book?
Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing?
It was Wings of Love, a romance about bird people. What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Enter name, could you help me out?
Alright, what do we think? What book do we think Espio might have been reading?
The menu!
Some detectives you are.
Seems like that was the wrong choice.
Maybe it's the only book we have.
A manual? You think SBO was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this?
Think.
I'm gonna play a video game. Oh, it's bigger now, I think. Or no.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
it's 4 tracks now. It used to only be 3.
Huh. Oh, what is that? Oh. Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck. Alright.
Oh, it's getting challenging now.
I really need to remember to do it twice if I want to actually change lanes.
Not enough ringses.
You're both grasping, I knew it.
We got this, Intername. Let's try again.
Yeah, now that I can play my game properly. Is there...
Can you just, like, hold it?
Yeah, I was gonna see if that was possible, but then I was like...
Yeah.
Okay, that's...
It's like there... It
that
feel
is way
weird.
better. Yeah, okay. Whoops.
So
What the hell did I do?
you like moved into some spikes. Yeah, it was gonna seem weird if it didn't like lock you to rows if tapping, if that was like the only way you could do it.
Yeah, like I was...
Oh yeah, much better.
That is way easier. Okay.
There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, SBO.
Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that.
Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself.
Apologies, SBO. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere.
That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express manual. Trains are cool.
Yeah?
You know what? Can't argue with
You're
that.
not wrong. I mean, some
I
people
like
are...
trains, I like trains. I
Some
like
people, some people are kind of weirdly into them, but you know,
like the I like trains kid, or Selfie, or I can't think of any other characters I know that are really into trains. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Enter name, if you don't mind. Could you ask SBO some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away.
What do I expect him to have fucking memorized it?
I see. Quiz SBO about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on?
Probably the later one because that would be most. If he always reads start to finish and he actually finished the book, then
Yeah.
it would make sense that.
Okay, what extremely efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless?
Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards.
I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, but I have a feeling the train company didn't want to hire any janitors.
Yeah, those fucking robots are taking all our jobs.
The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like SBO aced that question.
Oh, we're just gonna ask them.
Enter
all
name.
right.
Hit him with another one.
Um,
It's a different set of options.
yeah, I see that. 15.
What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy?
No refunds, and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65.
Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65.
Last one, enter name. Let's see if SBO can go 3 for 3.
Gotcha. Which page should I pick last?
402.
42.
What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations?
An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests.
Except when it randomly speeds up for no reason.
I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present.
Now, did I pass your little test?
I guess.
Totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly.
A poet's brain is often surprising.
I don't know if I'd be bragging about that.
You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses.
And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read?
Yeah.
Read more books, people.
You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive.
No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading, after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth.
Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we could...
SBO, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that is correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Enter name.
He always puts me on the spot. Okay, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SBO reading, but what?
The lock?
Yeah, like if anybody came through.
Well, because Shadow came through and put the lock on the door.
Yeah.
So Shadow should have seen him reading. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're up, enter name. Let's get our argument together.
I mean, he walked through here. He probably saw you reading.
Yeah, like...
We need to really think about this one, huh? Okay.
Look, they just want to have an excuse for you to play Ring Collection.
Padding.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be any gameplay, and they need you to collect rings because it's Sanic. Sanic collects rings. That's just what he does.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh man.
Oh god.
This one's fucking going at you.
Nailed it.
Just like
Dink.
Jesus. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine.
Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers.
Plus, like, some of the, like, food-named high scores were above Shadow's, so it, like, wasn't even, like, the top score to begin with.
I just kind of assumed that those were, like, the placeholder scores.
Yeah, like the default one, so, like,
Yeah.
he didn't even set the actual high score.
Yeah.
SBO said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SBO was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and SBO didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see...
I can sense SBO's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy.
So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all?
Oh shoot.
But how would SBO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SBO in the saloon car.
He's a chameleon.
It's a mystery, my dear enter name, one that I would love for SBO to solve.
Can't he turn invisible? Like, isn't that one of his things?
Yeah. You gotta believe me.
That cool demeanor is vanishing.
I was so involved with my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that.
I must have avenged my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, SBO. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't...
Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was SBO simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow return to the library car? What should I do?
Oh, we have an actual conflict here. Join Tails?
I mean, like, okay, like, where could Espio go? Like, if he had gone invisible, maybe he went to go hang out and watch them play the arcade or something. Like, it's probably something innocuous and dumb.
Yeah.
I can't interrupt Tails while he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning and...
Entity, my favorite and beloved employee, please. Protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old feeble soul to get sued.
I don't think he said that.
I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails!
Oh, so that was the wrong answer, I guess, technically.
We have a piece of evidence that can answer all our problems.
All right, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another?
It's gotta be the map, right?
Yeah, like, pull up the...
So...
If he was, like, back in, like, that corner
like
there?
in
Yeah.
this one here, because there's, like, a shelf there, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah?
Like, it's not really a height map, so you can't tell how tall anything is, but...
But, yeah, that...
And that's the only thing it can be, so...
Now let's get my thoughts in order.
Now I gotta think. Pulls out Game Boy.
It helps me concentrate, okay? Don't question my methods. Have I been wrong yet? Ignore the fact that I've shown everybody the menu at every opportunity just to see. Ah, shit. That was a trap. But it's fine. I've got all the rings. Yep. Nailed it.
Perfect amount of rings.
Indeed.
Nice. The library map? Oh, I see.
See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another.
Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean.
I would assume...
Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him?
Oh, there's predetermined ones, okay. This one.
Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book.
I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot.
That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase is in the way.
There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa.
Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions.
We did it. Another pair of alibis validated.
Alibi the alibi.
Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out at the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy.
Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow.
Oh, seems like the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier.
Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio.
Give 'em heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word.
I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick, tick, tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose.
That was not bad. I like the chow on the curtain.
It's a good flourish.
At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this.
Come on, enter name. Let's see what's next.
Coming.
Alright, it's time to go to another car.
Yep, and that'll be another episode. So next episode is the casino car, right?
I think so. Let me take a look at that map for a sec. Whoops. Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
casino.
the
So
casino.
Blazing Rouge. Cool.
All
I get
right,
to do a lot of talking to myself because I picked both of those characters.
excellent.
Cool. So yeah, next episode we'll go to the casino car.